Gina is an entry-level accountant in a small CPA firm. She has been working with her mentor Jerry for over a year. One day, Gina's manager Cindy calls Gina to her office for a meeting. Cindy informs her Jerry is sick, and she wanted Gina to complete an important client's case that Jerry is unable to do. When Gina looks at the file, she sees there's some very complicated reconciliation work, and the deadline is not realistic. Gina feels she's not experienced enough to handle the work alone. She would need additional advice and supervision to be able to finish by the deadline with the required standards needed for the client. Gina is struggling whether to complete the work within the time frame without a considerable drop in quality or tell her boss that she cannot do the job. Gina recalls her ethics class and one of the tools for dealing with this kind of dilemma. She decides to apply the giving voice to values framework to help her solve her problem. Gina does this by answering a few questions. It would be unprofessional for Gina to go back on her word to Sydney. However, if Gina tries, there may be other repercussions, such as the client could complain about the quality of the work, even though Sydney would be the one responsible given that she assigned the work to Gina. Gina is afraid to disappoint Sydney and tell her that the work is beyond her capability. Sydney is under pressure to finish the job on time. The CPA firm may lose an important client or face a potential lawsuit if anything goes wrong. And finally, the client may have financial damages if the work is not done properly. First, Gina should try to determine if the deadline can be extended. Second, she should contact Jerry and determine if he or anyone else in the firm can help. Finally, she should determine the firm's policies and procedures as well as the professional code of ethics to address integrity, professional competence, and due care as an accountant. Gina should explain to her manager that she does not have sufficient experience or time to complete the work to a satisfactory quality. Gina can also provide some constructive resolutions to the problem, such as giving Gina proper supervision from another senior staff accountant, or contact the client to extend the deadline so that she has enough time to finish or when Jerry returns. The next day, Gina informs Sydney of her concerns. Cindy thanks Gina for her candidness and asks another senior staff to supervise Gina. With access to this additional resource, Gina successfully completes the work by the deadline.